Hey guys, welcome to Excel tutorial channel again and another part of formula errors in Excel, where we have already covered the basics of those formula errors and we had a deeper understanding how it occurs and how you can deal with it in the previous video. In this video we are going to dive deep into those errors and we will learn about the formula editing in Excel. Formula editing in Excel allows you to display the relationship between the formula and cells. You're gonna learn so much in this video and all the option available under the formula auditing in this video with real life practical example. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it, because if you haven't, then you are missing out on so many videos about Excel formulas which we have covered in the past, and now we are going to cover much more advanced part of Excel, which is VB and Power Query. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we have a very nice property details worksheet, and if you want to download this particular worksheet, then you have a link in the description box, which is the first link which will direct to our website. From there you can download our worksheet here. So what is formula auditing? As I have said, it displays the relationship between the formulas and cells. So if we just mouse over to the various cells where we have a values like cash to close 85,000, as you can see there are formulas which have entered here. Here we have a sum formula, and also on these monthly expenses we have a PMT function, and we have covered all this function in the past. If you haven't watched that, please do it, because you are missing out on so many valuable stuff here. So now in the formula auditing, where is the formula auditing option or tab? So if you go to the home, go to the formulas tab here, and there you got the ribbon of formula auditing, and you have various options here: trace precedents, trace dependents, remove arrows, show formula, etc. We are going to cover in this video. So in the first part we will know what is trace precedent. Here we have a cash to close, right? 85,000 rupees. We have a cash to close. If you want to show arrows that indicate cells that are used to calculate this value, if you want to just lay out graphically which values have been included in this particular formula, then you can use trace precedents. See, you may have passed this worksheet to your senior or your colleague or your client, and if you want to give a presentation on it, you have to present it graphically, right? And to show the calculation of this particular cell, you can either just say it verbally, or you can show them which cells that has been used in this particular formula. So that's where you audit your formula, right? And to audit that, to show the precedents, you can use the trace precedent option, and if you click on it, it will show the arrow of all the cells which have been included in this formula. So it has included the purchase price, which is being multiplied by the down payment plus the estimate closing cost here. So it gives us the cash to close value here. I hope you understand how you can and when you can use trace precedent. And if you want to remove these arrows, you can simply just click remove arrow and it will just go away like that. So that's how you can use trace precedent if you want to know which values are included in this worksheet. Is very small to demonstrate, right? But you may have entries with load of formulas, thousands of formulas or thousands of entries. There you need such precedents to evaluate, and there you can evaluate easily with the help of this. So in the next part we will learn how you can trace dependents. To show the arrow that indicates which cell depend on a selected cell, you can use trace dependent. Suppose you have a purchase price of this and you want to know which cell that has formula or included this particular value, then you can use the trace dependents, or you can say which cell is dependent on this purchase price. And if you click on, or you can select the cell here and click on trace dependent, it will show the purchase price has been included in this formula, which is the property tax and the cash to close. So there, and it also included in this the loan amount here. So hope you understand the difference between the trace precedents and trace dependents. Trace dependent is to see where a particular cell is being used, and trace precedent is to show which cells is being used in the selected cell. So that's the difference between the both. So hope you understand by now how you can evaluate both things in Excel, either precedents or dependents. So if you want to remove the error, you can remove the error. And if you have both the arrows, like precedent and arrows, so you may get confused, then you can remove either arrows, or you can just remove individually either precedent or dependent. So I will just remove the arrow right now. So another situation may arise is like you have a load of formulas in your worksheet and you may have messed up with some formula, right? And there's a situation where you need to see all the formulas which has entered and evaluate where the mistakes had happened. And to resolve that, we have a show formulas. See, we have formulas in each and every other cells here, like here and here. And to show the formulas to evaluate are all the formulas which has entered in our worksheet, you can use the show formula section, which is, I think, very helpful here. So it will just expand all your cells to the relevant width automatically. And if we just scroll to the right, there you go, we have all the formulas which is being disclosed here. We have a formulas here and a PMT formula here, and there and there. So hope you understand how you can also evaluate your formulas or see and assess your formula, such that it's very easy or convenient way to find the mistake in your functions or formulas. So you can hide it using the same button at the click. So that's how you can use your show formula option. So now the next part is error checking. And error checking we have already done in our previous video, but suppose we have a typo here, like whole formula is being divided by 0, so it gives us a division by 0 error. So suppose you have got such a mistakes like here, right? You have a various option to evaluate such type of error. Either you can just check it individually, or if you have a error which is quite complex, you may have incurred those errors which is quite complex and hard to understand, then you need to evaluate your formula, or you need to check your error to understand it better. So here either you can click on this, or you can just click on the error checking option here under the formula auditing part. So here it's clearly says the formula or function used is dividing by 0 or empty cell. That's why you have incurred those errors here. Or you can also see the show calculation steps, so it will open another window which we will cover in the upcoming minutes. So that's how you can just check your error just by click of a button using error checking option here. So let me just correct that, and there you go, you have got your answer. So in the next part we have a evaluate formula section. See, I have a very complex formula here, which is the PMT function to calculate the mortgage cost. So here I want to evaluate how my colleague, or if you want to evaluate how those calculation has been set up in your worksheet, then you can use evaluate formula. Or if you want to understand it much better step by step, then you can use the evaluate formula section. I'm sorry for the Mac users because it's not available in the Mac version of Excel. So if you have Mac version, then I feel for you, but I don't know why they haven't provided it yet. So keeping that discussion aside, so let's just focus on the evaluate formula. So here we have a mortgage formula here, and to see the steps which is been included in this, either you can include it in this, you can just click on that particular cell and go to the formulas under the formula auditing, click on evaluate formula. So there you can evaluate your function or a formula. So here we have a evaluation of formula. So if we just click on evaluate, it will show each and every steps which is being calculated or included in your formula. So if you click evaluate again, there you go, so it will just show you each and every step of calculation. So there you go, so it just revert back as this. So PMT formula has been applied, and there's the final step, and this is our answer. So hope you understand how you can evaluate your formula using evaluate formula option in Excel. So that's how you can audit your formula in different ways and check out where your mistakes are, or where you have incurred your error, in which step you have incurred error using evaluate formula in Excel. So I hope you understand all these options where you can just audit your formulas in a very simple way and rectify it afterwards using such simple steps. And if you have learned something from this, I I'm sure you do, then please click on the like button, because that will help us to grow more. It will boost our morale and post more deep detailed videos about this subject. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do it, because those numbers of subscribers will help us more, and it will help us grow mentally or obviously financially. So see you in the next part of formula errors. Until then, bye bye.